So I'm just going to try and set this camera up in a way that I can get it set right over there and sort of aim it right in about here. Because all I'm doing right now is I'm just going to try and get this engine up and get it off its carrier. So that I can have that carrier back and I can get that tranny out and get it mounted up. And it'll actually be easier once it's on the hoist to get that tranny cleaned up. It's pretty clean now, but get it cleaned up so it's just sort of hanging from the side. Once I got the hoist up high enough, I'll get my engine, adjustable engine rack on it. Then I can detach it from its engine stand. And while it's nice and handy and easy, I can dangle it, get the plate on it, get the flywheel on it, and then the pressure plate and the clutch housing. Make sure the release valve is tightened right up on the hoist. There, basically got the whole engine rack right off. And there, she's free. I'll just pull this out of the way. There, the engine rack can go back on home. Got a bunch of raw metal stuck back here. Use it to patches and chassis repair. Just 125 1/8 black plate. You never know where you're going to need it, but definitely go through a fair amount of it. So there's the engine. It's now ready for its front pulley. single drive pulley. The only thing that this ever drove was just the straight fan and the cooling. The water pump. Later ones had a double run. Whether they needed it or not, they had a double run shiv. What that was for, because as that one over there has, it actually had an air pump for the emission controls. But this one's just a single, and that's all you. I'm trying to keep it original. That's all I'll use on it. So that's the engine ready to go. I'll sort out the carbs. I've got, I don't know, about 10 carbs in there. I want to find an earlier one that didn't have the secondary, double secondary, tri-secondary, multiple vacuum removes or tubes on it. The only thing it ever had was, on the earlier one, was, like I said, the earlier crankcase ventilation, and it had a balance pipe that went from 1 to 2 on the air cleaner duct. It was a prior carburetor. It came in before the carburetor was actually doing anything. It just gave a light balance on airflow. So yeah, next thing I'll get that tranny out and clean it up, and then I've got clutches and pressure plates up here. The pressure with the actual flywheel on these, the earlier ones, well, I think on all of them was actually, it's about 1 1/8 inch thick, pretty heavy flywheel. The sizes underneath that with the GT straight 6, the MGB GT, or sorry, the GT6 and the 2-liter flywheels, they were a lot lighter, but obviously you can't use them because it changes out your whole progression as far as your input shaft and your transmission. And this also has a complete separate pilot bushing on the flywheel. So at the same time as I do that, I'll put a new pilot bushing in. And I've got about 5 or 6 clutches and pressure plates. I know they're all good. I've never worn one. Right, it's been a long time since I worn a clutch and a pressure plate. So I'll pick the best out of them and put that on. And then the tranny gets mounted up. When I did that tranny, when I pulled it off the other car, as I did it, every fastener that went between the bell housing and the rear engine plate, one of these things here, I haven't put it on yet, but before I did that, the plate's got to go on, and that allows me to adapt. Really, it's just an adapter plate that allows me to go from the bell housing to the back, the actual engine block, and it sits right in. Oh, I missed the pilot. Just got a pilot pin that comes up the back side. Oh, I'll tap it on. It needs a little bit of a tap, but that's what goes on there. There's actually 2 pilots, and that sets it up so even with the fasteners, it's got no twist, and it gives you a pre-alignment on all the fasteners as you go and put them in. So that's my next step, is I'll get that all in, and I'll get the tranny mounted on there. Once the tranny's all mounted on, I've got a new set of motor mounts. Put them on, and as well as the earlier tranny mount on the center Y section on the chassis. So that's where I'm at.